Hey, what's up, guys? There's a whole bunch of new changes in the Clash Royale arena, and we're going to cover them right now. So, I'm sure you guys are aware the balance changes were delayed, and then they eventually put in the 14 skeletons instead of 13 skeletons yesterday. There was not a randomized spawn of the graveyard anymore. Instead, it was a standardized spawn. So, the skeletons from the graveyard were in the exact same spot. But there were some different changes that people weren't really talking about. Number one, it spawned skeletons, even though and it was in a standardized spot, it spawned the skeletons really close to the tower. That meant the graveyard was ridiculously overpowered. It guaranteed damage against poison, and also having that extra one skeleton, it was a lot of extra damage. So people rightfully were pissed off, and as you guys can see right here, Mohammed Light, the best player in the world, says graveyard needs an emergency nerf as soon as possible. He was not happy with the game. He was kind of aggravated playing in the meta where everyone and their mother was playing graveyard. These guys are like, oh, bro, it was just a rework. And then even the top graveyard players agree. So people were really aggravated. And the usage rate was 10%. It was the number one win condition. But I guess people are like, hey, Ram Rider or the Hog Rider has the same usage rate. It's like, I don't know. Why would people say that? But as you can see, he is ranked number one, which is hilarious. And has been broken. Yeah, everyone's just agreeing unanimously that the graveyard was broken. If you guys played it or saw it, it just did way too much damage. Now we go to today. Today, graveyard is giving too much value, so we pushed a quick balance change to smooth everything out. So there's an improved skeleton pattern, basically making sure that the skeletons spawn towards the edge of the graveyard instead of at the spot where they were targeting the tower initially, where they were like really close to the tower, and then the skeleton count got reduced from 14 to 13. They basically took these balance changes, and they said 14 to 13 or 13 to 14. And then there's just like, hey, there's a problem. And then they just go back. They're like, nah. Within 24 hours, they nerf the skeleton count. And then they also reduce the skeleton spawn from the edge of the graveyard to be a little bit easier to deal with. Muhammad Light says big W. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. And you might think that all things are great and fine in Clash Royale. Well, let me tell you. Baby Nate, not super happy. This is a top 10 player in the world. He says, nerf the skeleton spawn speed as well. Keep graveyard dead. Also, Bad Girl Lena, very, very good player as well. They're just not necessarily very happy with this. Look at them. They're like, I guess we can show their ranks. I think they're top 10 usually, or top 20. They're top 10 here. But just straight up says, you know, not happy with the balance changes. And then the same thing with Nate, really, really upset. Some of these players like that are good at the game, you can't always take their word for everything. But at the same time, the graveyard skeletons feel like they spawn really quickly. So they are still very, very strong. And it's not just these two players that are top 10 and top 20 in the world that you guys might say, oh, you know, it's just a couple pro players crying and complaining. If we go here, it's still played in 52 out of the top 200 decks. And it's a win condition. It's not a support card. It's not like Ice Spirits played in 52 of the top 200 decks. This is a card that could be played, I don't know, proportional to the other win conditions. Like you don't see Lava Hound or Hog Rider there. The 52, let's just see, for instance, like Giant. Let's apply card filters and see what that is. It's 3. Let's see another win condition here. Let's apply card filters. And then let's go and check out maybe Golem. 4. So if we do that and we just play this game of checking every single win condition, like Lava Hound 3, it's baffling for me to see like a win condition be played in 52 decks of the top 200. And we'll go check the Battle Ram. Yeah, so the Battle Ram is 15, right? So it's one of those things for me that it makes a very noticeable difference. That graveyard is played by so many people right now in a lot of different decks. I think you guys could say, hey, it's early season. A lot of people might want to be testing out graveyard for the first time. But in reality, that's interesting, but not a complete, you know, example of why things are like that. Like there's a reason that graveyard's played by so many people right now, and it's got to be good. People didn't play Rune Giant when it got a small buff, right? People don't play Goblin Curse because it got a slight buff or a slight change. Like, sure, some people will play it, but there's got to be a reason of the deck being strong for 54 to 52, 50 plus Like if 1/4 of the percent, 1/4 of the people in the top 200 are playing a card that's a win condition, the card has got to be good. Anyway, we're going to be reaching Ultimate Champion today. That's our goal. And we're going to be playing Graveyard with the new changes and seeing how much it affects the card. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my breakdown on this. I don't know if that was something that you guys liked. But yeah, I was optimistic that that would be something that we could do a little bit quicker without too many yaps. Also, Gojira, thank you so much for the $2 dono. I hope you're having a phenomenal day, my guy. I hope you know I love you. Seriously, guys, it's really nice to see so many people in the community just waiting for the videos, waiting for the live streams, and just, I don't know, guys. I'm very, very thankful. Hopefully you're having a great day. Yeah, my mom's here, so I'm going to be chilling with her. Also, I think the Graveyard got another big buff from compounding the buff with Furnace and Giant Skeleton, because Giant Skeleton and Furnace work really, really, really well with Graveyard. Graveyard kind of gets countered by Poison a little bit harder now, because obviously, you know, the Skeleton spawn are going to be on the outside, so they're not able to immediately lock onto the tower. But if you're running, you know, Zappies and Furnace and Goblin Hut, those are cards that people will typically want to poison, so it's easier to get good value from that. Anyway, let's lock in. We're going to go Goblin Hut a bit earlier. I don't think that we're going to be able to hit all the stuff. In fact, we hit literally nothing with the Giant Skeleton Bomb, so that was unfortunate. But I'll just standardly drop my Furnace here and be pretty okay with the position. Not that deck. I mean, hey, we're playing the new deck that everyone's been playing in one of the top decks in the game. Maybe if I have a chance of winning now after the nerfs this class, Julia. I hope you're doing well. Oh, Julia, it's nice seeing you. I did check out your channel. You had a couple videos that hit like 40 or 30,000 views. You popped off, so congrats on that. Or maybe it's even higher now, but congrats. I love this deck. Yeah, this deck's super good. I think that Graveyard in general is a card combo that it shouldn't be as broken as it is. I think any card that gets directly on tower needs to not be strong or on the strongest side of the game, because when that happens, it centers the meta around really defensive-oriented decks, and it makes the game slower, and it makes people wait until double or triple elixir and maybe not even want to cycle cards, because if they can get to the spot where they can consistently drop things that just defend, they drop their win condition, it reaches the tower, and they get guaranteed free damage. In my opinion, I personally think that Graveyard should never be a very strong win condition. But that's kind of what's been happening here, so we'll see if that ever changes. Also, I would like to go in for a Furnace just because we're going to be able to out-damage the Valkyrie from a distance. Okay, never mind. The Valkyrie was somehow able to hit that. That sucked. Wait. We're getting out of the poison range? Actually, not even bad. Literally not even that bad for us. I think that this could be sketchy because he's playing super defensive with poison. But see what we can do. Go Zappies here. I might have to do dual lane pressure for playing into this at all points in time. It's kind of sketch. Probably want to snowball this, honestly, just to break the wizard shield and knock it back a little bit further. Ideally, we're able to get a good trade here. Not going great, though, guys. Looking kind of mid. We're going to Giant Skeleton so we can keep the Spear Goblins alive and maybe get some more of them. Going to poison there, interestingly enough. Definitely go for a Furnace to outrange. I'll go Goblin Curse here. I don't think this is great, but, I mean, whatever. We'll just get a Goblin, I guess. We'll get a Goblin, and we'll also maybe get some extra stuff if he's going to spend any extra elixir. It has been spicy. All right, we're to Graveyard other side because we want to be able to get something, anything, not into the wizard. Not great. It's not great. We could have Giant Snowballed and then maybe gotten a better trade, but it is what it is. Stop that from crossing, I guess. Poison comes down, interestingly enough. I do think that we're in an okay spot if I can Furnace and not die to this Valkyrie. I don't know if that's possible, though. If Cannon's able to full counter with the poison, this could be an L. Be a really crappy L, though. I think I got a Graveyard here, and then I don't know. I don't think this is a winning. I think this is a really, really rough one. I could have Goblin Cursed on defense. I thought about that, and then I didn't do it for whatever reason. Free poison value for him really sucks for us. I think we just go Giant Skelly. Let this happen. Rough. Evo Wizard is annoying, too. All right, so I think we just kind of outrange the cannon, ideally. Winning the same side is rough. It's not going to work. We have to go other lane. I just got to go Graveyard and hope he messes up a little bit, I think. Giant Skeleton with his spamming the right side. I don't know. I mean, this is really, really tough. Especially since he got another Evil Wizard. Maybe we can just Giant Snowball and get that closer to the tower. Unlucky, man. He's got Valkyrie and other stuff, too, so we're cooked. Yeah, we need the Giant Skeleton to reach the tower if we're going to win this. Gonna be a loss. Unfortunate. Yeah, it's pretty brutal to play against someone with this type of deck. I don't think this one was very fair. We'll go to the next game and hopefully not match into someone with poison to counter the Graveyard. I guess Graveyard does get countered by poison a lot more effectively than it was before. If you guys remember, or if you played yesterday, the Graveyard Skeletons were able to lock onto the tower, and they did really, 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 really well because poison wasn't able to hit the Skeletons before they reached the tower. So now in this specific situation, I guess it makes a noticeable difference, a very big difference, when the opponent's Graveyard Skeletons are connecting to our tower, and then we just can't connect through that. Well played on our opponent's end, but that is, for all intents and purposes, a very big hard counter. Is your second channel or what? Yeah, my Mortag channel is my second channel. How to Talk to Girls video is 500k views. That's a sub. That's a sub. That's a gigaprint. That's awesome. Congrats. I feel like that video is going to get views for the rest of your life too. Like something like that, people are not watching that for the Clash Royale, you know, they're watching it for you. And I think that that is definitely going to be a huge W for forever. That's awesome. What's up, Tag? Hope you stay healthy, man. Yeah, I am. I'm staying healthy. Thank you for carrying, and thanks for, you know, saying that. Anyway, we're chilling here. Unfortunately, the Spirit Empress is going to be probably a big problem for us because it's not an easy card for us to kill. Wait, is he fumbling a little bit? The Giant Skeleton might reach. It'd be huge if it did. Oh, barely out of range, man. Alright, I think we go Furnace as well. I don't even know if we kill the Spirit Empress, though. That's the thing. I think the Spirit Empress might cook my Furnace. Oh, it didn't shoot it. How did that happen? Wait, how did my Furnace survive? What the hell? What is the new pattern? The new pattern spawns the skeletons further away from the tower. So it means that the Graveyard is going to get countered a lot easier by poison. So if you're playing poison, Graveyard is just going to get steamrolled. So just something to consider. I also love how I lose the first game of every stream. It's just how it works, you know? We have motion like that. All right, also, we can go Snowball probably on the Valkyrie just to knock it away so then the Zappy stay alive a little longer, ideally. Ground Empress is bad. I thought you would Valkyrie in a better spot than that. I don't know. Weird. Weird spot. Weird position to be in. Definitely a good spot for us to go for a Graveyard if we're able to. I think a lot of people are going to be trying to counter Graveyard since it's so popular right now, so it does make sense. Anyway, let's see the Graveyard spawns and see where they are. Yeah, it's really far away. If you guys are noticing like how far away the Graveyard spawns are, it's pretty substantial. It is spawning skeletons faster than it typically would, though, and that is notable. Like, I do think that Graveyard is different than it used to be. Like, very noticeably different for us. I would like for that to not die. That's cool. Because we're still going to be able to plop out a lot of Fire Spirits. And we'll go Zappies here, too. So he'll definitely have to, like, Inferno Dragon Valkyrie, some stuff like that. All right, we're chill. We're chill. We can let that go. It's fine. Not really what we want. We like, sorry. I think, yeah, we just want to stop the Inferno Dragon and stop the Valkyrie with the Giant Snowball. Those are the two things that we really need to do. I think I'm going to Graveyard right side. This could be huge. Oh, yeah, I just won. I can do the Evo Snowball, probably pull back Valkyrie. We want. Okay, he doesn't even get the opportunity to Valkyrie me. Yeah, Valkyrie on the other side, interesting. I don't think that's very good, bro. I don't think that's very good, brother, man. Especially with a Giant Skeleton body block, I think we're chill. I don't want to have to Zappies here, but I think I need to. What the hell? You don't have Valkyrie. What are you doing? Are you going to minions again? Bro, give me that value. Give me that juice. Those are 3 goblins on your tower. And he is still getting fried because that is a lot of damage with the Berserker too. So I'm just going to throw down another Graveyard. I mean, if he's going to zap, that's one hit maybe. Not even. He has to go Valkyrie on this. Has to. Yeah. So I expect that. And then we're chill. We can just Furnace again. And then get a great interaction. Because he has no real way of getting damage on us. Besides, like, if we let the Valkyrie connect. Which I'm going to let happen. Because that doesn't matter to me. That Valkyrie does not matter even one bit. I think we go Goblin Hut here. And then Zappies on top of the Inferno Dragon. And then also the Balloon. Doesn't really impact us in any negative way, shape, or form. Also go Goblin Curse here just to damage things down a little bit. I'll Snowball too, just to kill this stuff a little bit faster. I'll even force the Valkyrie early because he has to drop that on the Goblins. Now he can't kill the Furnaces. There's literally no way for him to kill us. It's actually impossible. These are going to cook him for sure, guys. They're going to Giga cook him. Also, I'm going to Snowball on the minions. So I get Goblins in his face. And that's wraps. That's GG's. So I did notice that the Graveyard Skeletons just, you know, they spawn really quickly, but they are spawning on the outside. So it's way worse than it was yesterday. It is way, way, way worse than it was yesterday. I do think that Graveyard is still a very strong win condition, though, simply because of the fact that if you are playing Evolved Furnace and that's buffed, and there is a noticeable difference with the attack speed from the Furnace, I think that Graveyard is just a good win condition with the other support cards with Giant Skeleton as well, and functioning as the synergy. So I don't know. I like it. We'll get Ultimate Champion here. We'll have a good time with that. Also, Clash News Royale, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate the ooh, that was awful on our end. That was probably the worst I could have done. Appreciate the support. Oh, wait, maybe that wasn't that bad. The Dark Goblin somehow found its way onto the Giants. That was way better than I thought it would be. All right, we'll go Goblin Curse early. Hopefully we can touch the little bush thing too. I don't even know if it dies. I hope so. Huge if it does. Great. Popping that early is nice. This is one of those matchups that we just want to make sure that we're able to kill the Dark Goblins. Dark Goblin's going to be our worst nightmare. Whenever we're playing Graveyard into that, it's going to be really unfortunate. He did cycle 2 Skeletons, so now he's already to the Skeleton Army evolution. That is something to consider as well. So we're going to just cycle our Furnace in the back, and we'll see what we can do. I think that we're definitely up Elixir, and he has Evolved Skeleton Army soon, so that is the only downside. I think the Royal Ghost we want to kill with Berserker and then Giant Skeleton here. I want the Berserker to run in front, so that's going to be good. Just Giant Snowball early. Actually, we can just straight up Goblin Curse again. Yeah, I'll just Goblin Curse here, and I'll sack it, I think. I think I kind of have to. Wait, wait, we're getting cooked. That was so bad. I thought we would get a lot of skeletons, but they died so fast. My bad. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. That was terrible. That was oops. That was oops. That was a huge oops. That was a giga oops. That might have been the worst. That might have been the worst. Yeah, thank you so much, Clash News Royale, for becoming a member. I'm a bit late, says Juan. Yeah, dude, JD, you're all good. You're all good. I just fumbled the bag against the Evolved Skeleton Army. I think this guy's BMing us pretty hard, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter. I wish I played better, to be honest. Sometimes I fumble the bag. I do hate playing against these bait decks, though. They shouldn't exist. Shouldn't exist. Dude, that pops but doesn't die. Come on, man. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, this matchup's fine. I just messed it up. I, like, completely goofed. I do think that Dark Goblin's mad annoying, though. Like, no one likes a Dark Goblin here. Maybe he doesn't have a big spell. Maybe there's still a shot to win. That'd be super sick. Oh, no, he has got lightning. I forgot about that. Yeah, we lose. I need to go Graveyard here. If there's any hope of me winning, I need Graveyard right now. He's not even doing, like, the things I need him to. He's not even listening to me. He's not even listening to me. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. There's actually a shot. Dude, we won. Hell yeah. I was going to say, this matchup's pretty good for us. Kind of suck if I lost. All right, so this is looking good. Definitely have a huge advantage at this spot as long as I'm able to go and slime this little general guy. Hate the general, man. Hate the general. Gotta pop that. Go pop both of these things near the tower. Go for Berserker. He'll probably lightning. Yeah, this guy's super BM. That's kind of funny. All right. We're going to go for Furnace in the back, and then we'll just Giant Skelly whenever we get the chance. I hope that I can maybe 3-crown this guy, to be honest. There's a likelihood that that happens. Especially if he's going to give us Goblin Curse value like that. That's crazy. Not playing very well. Not think that bait players play very well, though. That's just kind of in their DNA. Yeah, we're going to throw down our Giant Skeleton Graveyard here and then just go for another Furnace. And I think that the Graveyard Skeletons, they spawn so much faster. Like, it is noticeable, like, that they do spawn faster. So even though they're spawning on the outside, am I imagining stuff? Am I imagining stuff, or are they spawning faster? I think they're spawning faster. A lot of other people are telling me that they're spawning faster too. I don't know if I'm gaslighting you guys or not. It feels like they spawn faster. Love the quality of the streams. Keep it up. Thank you. Yeah, I try to keep the streams, like, decent, so the VODs and stuff after that are worthwhile watching. Like, the entire premise of this stream is to, like, break down the new balance changes, check out the new cards, see how they function, and then also, you know, see what the emergency change does to Graveyard. And also at the same time, like, I do think that it maybe is an interesting stream to a whole bunch of other people that just want to reach Ultimate Champion. So, I don't know. I had a couple different goals in mind for that. Come back of the century. I mean, I had matchup advantage. It's straight up, like, I don't know. I don't think it's that impressive when the opponent doesn't have a small spell and then the Graveyard Skeletons surround them. I think that that's, like, pretty easy to win that matchup. Obviously, he did play poorly, though, to let me back into the game. I think that it was very, 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 very easy for him to just use a Dark Goblin in the back and then stop things from crossing the bridge, and then have his tower target the Graveyard Skeletons. But he didn't do that, so he did lose the game all because of that. It wasn't necessarily because I played well, truthfully. I don't like lying about that. Sometimes people are like, oh my god, I'm so good, I made a comeback. Sometimes, you know, like, it's cool if you did play well, but like, won because the opponent fumbled the bag, you know? Gotta fess up to that. It does look faster. Dude, it does. It does. All right, we're going to eat that. I could have also responded with something, but I didn't drop the zappies fast enough. I was like, oh, I'm going to drop the zappies high up. And I was like, I'm not going to do it. Graveyard feels really strong. Did they nerf it? Yeah, they did nerf it, and it's still really, really good. The Graveyard Skeleton spawns super fast, dangerously quick. Is Pastoral worth it this season, or should I just get Hero Ice Golem? Personally, I think that they're going to buff Hero Wizard, but at the same time, like, I don't know if it's going to be for a while or what they'll do. Hero Wizard really sucks. It's only good with Elixir Collector decks. I would say that the only reason to play Hero Wizard over the Evolved Wizard is if you super want to bait out your opponent's Lightning or Fireball so you can safely Elixir Collector and get value that way, which is a really bad way of playing a card, truthfully. So, yeah, I don't know. Also, Graveyard, for instance, like this, I am playing really Giga defensive and waiting for my opponent to attack into me. I don't think this takes much skill. I think this is a bad element in the game. You would likely, if you're playing Clash Royale the right way, right? You would probably want to have more skill in the game where people are making calculative interactions at the bridge, they're attacking it at the right times, and the player that is better is getting rewarded. Instead of just like, oh, I have matchup advantage, like I think I have matchup advantage here, and I'm just going to defend the entire game until I get an overwhelming advantage that he's not able to do anything with. Like, he eventually is just going to succumb to the fact that he is down a lot of elixir, and my win condition reaches his tower, and his doesn't. So his tower taking capabilities are limited by the fact that his units do not reach the tower, and mine do. That's the gigantic problem there. I should have Goblin Cursed, and then I would have gotten a whole bunch of goblins, I think. That is what it is. Yeah, I think I definitely should have Goblin Cursed. Mid-gameplay on that, but I also don't really play Goblin Curse, so not a Goblin Curse enjoyer. I'll let the wall breakers connect. They don't matter. A lot of times people will just like overcommit against wall breakers. In reality, it's just like, you know, let it happen. It's not going to take you out. We're going to go Zappies here, and then I think we just go in for a Goblin Hut, go and pull the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Definitely have to use some other shenanigans here with the Snowball if we're hoping to defend this easily. No Mega Knight, probably. He doesn't, it's weird. Okay, he doesn't have Elixir. Yeah, he's just cooked then. He is cooked. GG. That was a very weird game, but also Furnace having the attack speed buff, as you guys saw, it is capable of taking towers by itself. It is a pretty damn good card. What should I replace Furnace for? You kind of need Furnace in the deck, unfortunately. I'm not going to tell you to replace cards with worse versions of cards. Like, I don't think that Furnace is replaceable in this deck. I think Furnace and Graveyard are tied together, and you need to be able to play both of them right now. I would say that Graveyard, functionally, as a card, you definitely would really, 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 really need Furnace to bait out Poison, so then your Graveyard is actually able to be functional. If you don't, like you saw in the first game, I don't think that the Graveyard was a very fair matchup for us because he had Poison and I didn't. So it made it seem really, really difficult for me to ever get damage. I don't think he played like exponentially better than me. Maybe I'm coping. Maybe it's huge copium out here. But I truthfully think that the last game, the first game of the video that stream that I lost, I think he just had Poison. I just didn't have a good response to that. So it is what it is. Tag, you're pregnant? Oh, thank you, bro. Thanks for recognizing. We've evolved. Graveyard already nerfed? It is nerfed. It is nerfed, but it's still pretty damn good. The friend link in the community has expired. How can I add you? You make a post in the community thing, and I will add you, and I will send you my friend link. I'll just send you a friend link after this stream ends. I heard the devs don't like promoting overly defensive playstyles. Yeah, I've said that multiple times. I think that there are still situations where Expo and other cards and combos have stayed in the game at the top. But it's just, I don't know. I don't think they're going to change everything to the point that they're not necessarily as playable. I think Graveyard is one of those deck combos that is really preferred by a lot of people. Jinxie, for instance, played Graveyard, right? And a lot of people followed him, or it was just popular for that reason. So if a lot of people play a certain card, they look at usage percent as well. So, for instance, if a card is played like 1% of the time or whatever, like maybe Spirit Empress is not played very much. Even if it is on the stronger end, I think it's more likely to get a buff than a nerf. And I don't want to see a Spirit Empress buff. It'd be very sad to see a Spirit Empress buff. If I saw a Spirit Empress buff, I would probably cry. That thing is unkillable to lightning, and you have to rocket it. It just costs too much elixir. Nice Alakazam tag. Thank you. It's in my PC, so I'm really, really happy to have that card. I don't know, man. Sometimes people flex like super expensive cards and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I like what I like. I like what I like, and I don't know. Maybe I'll start posting some of the Pokemon cards that I've collected for a while, and yeah, I don't know. One of the other things that I do is instead of just collecting pure PSA 10s, I think it is kind of fun to collect cards that are, you know, cheap and are like PSA 4s or 3s or 2s or 1s that still have the front that isn't bent. And then you can still appreciate the card in a slab, and it's basically the same thing. It's just, you know, a little worse quality or a lot worse quality, but you can still appreciate the quality or the artwork on the card, and that's what I really care about, is having like a rare card that's cool. That's something that you can, you know, have and always look at. Anyway, I'm going to snowball here. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, for vending purposes or making money off of cards, that is definitely not what you want to do. You don't want to collect a whole bunch of 1s, 2s, and 3s. But for me personally, I do have a couple lower grade cards that I really, really like that I don't know. They're just cool to me. Yeah, Alakazam has aura. Yeah, dude, Alakazam in Elite 4 for me. I don't know if you guys were in Victory Road and playing Pokemon Leaf Green, Fire Red. I mess with that heavily. Alakazam was his Psyshocks and Psychics. Dude, I literally won games because of him. So yeah, no, Alakazam's goated. What are we doing here? Are we just gonna straight up send a little Goblin Curse and win the game? I think that's probably it. How much damage does Goblin Curse do? Guess we'll find out. Mess around and find out. Oh, damn, he died to Goblin Curse. Straight up. I think Giant Skeleton has so much synergy with Graveyard because it destroys Counter Push that they use to defend your Graveyard. I think that's possible, but at the same time, it's not necessarily something that's like guaranteed, right? Also, Clash News Royale. I'll be responding after this live stream, and I'll add you then. All right? I promise I'll add you after this live stream. So just go to the news tab. So go to the community tab if you're a member, and then I will add you. I will add you if you're in the community tab, and then you on the post that has my friend link, just make a comment there, and I'll add you after that. All right? So make sure that you make a comment. And thank you so much for the dono. Wow, we got a lot of stuff, didn't we? Nice. Sick. Dude, Clash News Royale. Thank you so much for 10 gifted memberships, too. Oh, my God. Bro. Thank you so much. What the heck? This guy's going crazy. I love that. Thank you so much for your generosity today. Thank you so much. Hey, Sonny got gifted a membership, too. Hell yeah. Wait, you gave some of my favorite people in the community randomized memberships. I don't know how that happened, but Sonny got a membership, and so did Tim. Tim and Sonny both got memberships. Yo, guys, we rigged it. We rigged it. Not really, but that makes me really happy to see them get memberships. They're amazing people. All right, we're going to snowball here a little bit early. I don't know if that was the right play or not. Probably not. Probably should just let the Goblin Curse do its thing. What are the alleged balance changes? The main balance changes that just went through, they ended up buffing Graveyard and then nerfing it, but it's still kind of buffed. I think it's still better than it was. Because the skeletons spawn faster than they did before, or at least that is what a lot of pro players are saying, and that is also my perception of things. I don't know if that's real. I literally do not know if that is a real thing, but I do think the skeletons from the Graveyard spawn faster than they were before. So Graveyard got 3 buffs in the last balance changes, and then they reverted 2 of them and made them worse. They reverted 1 of them and then made Graveyard spawns worse, and then they spawn skeletons faster. So Graveyard is just objectively better right now. It's kind of crazy that that's the case, but I guess that's what we're working with today. Oh, dude, we just get goblins. Hell yeah. We're mobbing with a goblin. We're mobbing with a goblin. Oh, my God. Giant Skeleton's tanking for the goblins, too. So that's just, like, tremendous amount of damage. I must be mega early. Tag is streaming early today. Hey, I'm trying to start streaming earlier in general. My goal is to create a lot more content with you guys and stream more. It's going to be a little bit more difficult with Pokemon on weekends, but I'm going to be creating content earlier. I'm going to be on a better schedule, try to work out more, and things are looking up, guys. Things are looking up. I'm also seeing my mom today. She's here. I'm going to be probably having a shorter stream today in general just because I want to spend more time with my mom. I do have to record some videos as well, but for the most part, I'll be spending a lot of time with her. All right, we're going to go Goblin Curse here. I'm going to Giant Snowball. It's probably not like the best play in the world, but I can kill the Mini P.E.K.K.A without it getting a shot on my Giant Skeleton, so it can preserve more HP and maybe find its way onto the tower. At least that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know if that hits. I think it does. Yeah! Hell yeah. This guy's probably pissed after that. That does not feel good. That does not inspire joy. You're currently playing against someone from Bolivia, my country? Dude, I want to travel to more countries. I want to travel to more places. I want to see more faces. For real, dude. I think that when I grew up in the East Coast of, you know, just United States, I genuinely missed out on so much. It was cost prohibitive to travel because it was just way more expensive. And also at the same time, it was sad because it was constantly snowing and then there were delays and sometimes I missed flights. Oh man, even flying from Canada to Boston, because I had like a relationship with someone from Canada like when I was 19, 20. That was so bad. I was like, I hate flying ever since. And then being in Seattle, it's so much easier. Have you ever been to the Netherlands before? No, I haven't. Jake, do not step on Bolivia. Worst country in South America is one. Oh no, dude. Is it actually that bad? Yeah, when someone from their own country is like, this country is not great, then I generally have to heed their warning. Bro's always happy every time I see him. No, I'm not always happy. I am not always happy. That is such a, I don't know. That is such a, what do I say? Like, people assume that I'm always happy. I'm not always happy. Sometimes I'm pretty stressed out. Sometimes not having a good day. But right now, because my mom's here, I'm really excited to see her. I'm definitely in a way better mood than normal. And also, like, you know, guys, I don't know. I've been really hit with a lot of positivity recently from the community. So it just made me happier in general. Especially with my birthday being on January 7th and all that other stuff. You guys are just super nice. So it made my, I don't know, made my life a lot better. Made me really, really happy. Just be able to see that level of positivity at all points in time. Also, I got boned here. This game's over. It's okay. I thought that the graveyard would do a little bit more. I thought we would kill the witch. Sometimes when you cast a spell, like if you throw down Goblin Curse and you're expecting to get more value and you don't get it, you take the loss, you know? We move next. Imagine if Supercell somehow rewarded you for playing off-meta cards. For example, 5 extra trophies per win. If you use at least 2 off-meta cards, give you more core gameplay and get more variety. I mean, that makes sense and stuff, but I think that if they saw that cards were off-meta or whatever, they would just reward those cards by, you know, they would reward you with better balance changes, right? Like, they would just buff the cards. I think they kind of did that with masteries. They're incentivizing people to upgrade everything. Yeah, I mean, they kind of did with masteries. I think that that's their game plan. I think that's their maneuver. Also, I messed this one up so bad. I don't even think we are going to have a shot to win this game. I mean, maybe if he completely giga overcommits, but he's going to giant in the middle and graveyard me, right? Or he's just going to giant there and then graveyard. Okay. All right, we can go Goblin Curse maybe and then just maybe Berserker on this if we're really lucky. We have motion, but do we have enough motion? No, we don't. We don't even kill the witch. I don't know how that card didn't get nerfed. I actually, you know, you guys are asking Jake what's a replacement for Furnace in this deck. It might be Evolved Witch. That card just doesn't die. That crap does not die. I Goblin Curse Berserker and it stayed alive on my side of the arena. Yeah, guys, I do think that's a little bit broken. Fundamentally, I don't think that card's very fair for the game. You guys can tell me if you feel similarly or if you feel differently. But I do think that Evolved Witch definitely does need a nerf. Out of all the cards in Clash Royale that didn't get nerfed, I would say that's my number one that I would have wanted to get nerfed. I also think Bowler's really broken, but, I mean, hey, that's maybe not something that's completely 100% true. Maybe other people feel like Bowler is fair and balanced, but I think Bowler is a little bit broken too. I'm very, very disappointed by the Witch, though. I look at the Witch, I'm like, damn, I want that thing nerfed the hell out of here. Just give up, stop wasting their time. I don't know, man. Sometimes people give up too soon. I do try to give up whenever it's like not worth it. I do think that there was a shot that we were able to get Goblin Curse, kill the Witch, get huge counter push and take out a tower and then somehow scramble our way back into the game. But yeah, maybe that was a fantasy and not really a reality. Witch is too broken? Yeah, I do think Witch is very, very strong. Anyway, let's lock the hell in here because we lost the last game. Hit that like button, people, says Pirate Cove. Yeah, if you guys want to like the video or like the live stream, it helps me out way more than you guys know. It lets me do more live streams, lets me create more content, and yeah, it supports the channel. So thank you, man, for saying that. If anyone else wants to, you guys feel free to. All right, let's just send a Graveyard because he's down Elixir, so this is definitely okay. Especially if we Goblin Curse and then the archers die. We need to kill those archers, though. They're not really dying. They're not really dying. Oh, we got some goblins. Oh, my God. He's skeletons on the outside, apparently. That was awful for him. I don't know why he dropped the skellies. Which state are you from? I was born in Michigan, moved to Boston, and then currently stationed in Seattle. If you ever come to Germany, you can stay for free. Dude, there was, I saw, there is Nicolo or Nika, I forget his name, but he actually stayed at a whole bunch of different people's places and just traveled around the world. That was so heartwarming to see that people were like nice enough to do that. It's super, super cool. Thank you, man. Graveyard level 14 works. I don't think that you should play Graveyard level 14, bro. Skeletons don't kill other skeletons if they're under leveled. If you don't know, now you know. Your skeleton should at least be properly leveled. Thanks for showing the Rune Giant deck. It was a lot of fun with it. Yeah, the Rune Giant deck was awesome. I don't know if you guys could tell. I was kind of just like completely zoned out in that video. Like genuinely, I do not think that that was my best gameplay or even remotely good gameplay. But it was cool because, you know, it worked out. Like the content was funny. Like I beat top ladder players. I beat some of the best players in the world with Rune Giant. It is also kind of funny when the entire comment section of my video, because Ken is such a massive creator, everyone's like, oh, Ken imposter, Ken copycatter. I'm like, I didn't even know that Ken created videos on Rune Giant. Went to his channel afterwards. I was like, oh, he created like 3 or 4 videos. But this is one of the funniest things ever. Is like people always assume that, like, I don't know, every content creator is watching everyone else, and then like at every point in time, like, you know exactly what everyone's doing and copycat type of stuff. I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, that also happened for me against other people. Like people assume that they stole my decks or something. I assume Ken didn't even make a video on that deck, by the way. But yeah, it's a top ladder deck that I got from a pro player, and then it happened all the time where people assume that I created the decks because they're on my YouTube channel. But in reality, like I didn't create some of the decks, you know, or a lot of the decks I didn't create. So it was just kind of funny, something that I didn't really understand. But let's just go Goblin out of here just to stoke up the damage. The Fire Spirit connects, and he probably loses the game off that. Yeah, it's over. It's hilarious how a Fire Spirit does 500 damage. I don't even understand. Doesn't make sense. How to play against 3 Musketeers with this graveyard deck? Yeah, so against 3 Musketeers, you're better off like cycling stuff in the lane of the 1 Musketeer. Because if you're dropping range cards in the lane of the 2, they're just going to get eat up. So if I cycle a whole bunch of range cards like Zappies in the lane of the 1 Musketeer, then I can drop stuff on the 1 Musketeer. I'm kind of chilling. And then when the 2 Musketeers come up, then you can drop a Giant Skeleton on it, or you can deal with it on your side of the arena. Generally, that's how you want to be playing against 3 Musketeers. You never want to be cycling a lot of units into 3 Musketeers, the 2 Musketeers, because they eat everything. You just deal with them when they're on your side of the arena, and that's the best way to play against it. Hopefully that helps you out. It's not just with this deck, but it's with almost every deck in general. You want to be cycling things in the lane of the 1 Musketeer. It's also super, super funny dropping Fireball on the 2 Musketeers later on, because they'll drop things and they'll split things up, and then they'll give you more value with the Fireball. I try not to Fireball 2 Musketeers on the tower if the tower isn't the weakest tower, or if it's not the best trade for me. A lot of times people just like overcommit with that. Also, I think I just won the game. I think just Graveyard here and he's dead. Oh, that was a good Goblin Curse, I guess. But he just has no elixir, so game should be over. I'm able to snowball and defend against the Goblins. We're chill. I think we're chill. This is good. Should be wraps, guys. Should be wraps. We already wrecked him. Nice. You just beat me. Your deck is so brainless. No hate. Yeah, dude. No worries. You can call my decks brainless whenever. I'll never get offended by that. Like, I literally play Royale Recruits as my main deck. If you want to say my deck is brainless, or if you want to say, Jake, you didn't play perfect or whatever, I'd probably just agree with you, honestly. I mean, certain times people say I'm, like, horrible at the game, or, like, sometimes they're like, oh, like, other stuff like that. And then I'd probably not agree, you know, based off of rankings and stuff. But, you know, yeah, this deck particularly is very easy to play. I would recommend this deck for a lot of people that just want to play an easy deck. I think Graveyard is overbuffed, overtuned. I think Graveyard is just, you defend first, you counter push, and you throw a Graveyard when you've defended with your Giant Skeletons, or when you're up Elixir, or when you identify your opponent's deck. And I think that's just like a way easier way of playing Clash Royale, comparatively to what most people play. Anyway, we should be good here. We have Evolved Snowball as well. I don't know what he's doing. I'm very confused right now. Yeah, we're just going to do this, and then probably cook. We got nothing. Never mind. Doesn't really matter, though. I don't know. Every time I try to kill the Skeleton Army evolution and get anything from it, my Goblin Curse never does it. My Goblin Curse never gets the Goblins. I don't know if that's like oh, whoa, we're already Ultimate Champion, and I queued into the game by accident. My bad. We already did it. We already hit Ultimate Champion. Wow, I just clicked go next. We got it. Might be, guys. Might be. Sorry about that. Oh, by the way, my win rate is very low, because I literally left games. I left games. If you guys were on that stream, I left, I think, over 50 or so games because I didn't want to reach Ultimate Champion. I wanted to do it on stream because I do it on stream every single time. I left a whole bunch of games and tried to record a video as quickly as I could because I was trying to get a video before I could leave for Las Vegas. So if you guys were on that stream, I literally left like 40 or 50 games. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. But yeah, my win rate should be awful. My win rate should be literally be like the worst it's ever been. I didn't leave like 50 or 40 games. Probably 30. Probably 30. But yeah, it was funny. It was a good time. We pass Goblin back at each other. Oh, this is definitely Graveyard versus Graveyard for sure. I'm currently losing. Not the best start. Definitely gonna continuously pass these little Spear Goblins at each other. Terrible poison on his end. Hey, this is good. We might be able to nonchalantly whip out more graveyards. This is it. This is where we need to be, baby. All day. All right, so we're not going to use Goblin Curse. We're going to use that on the graveyard probably. Otherwise, we're going to get a bad interaction. Whatever the snowball makes sense. Probably not. Unless we get a Fire Spirit. And we don't. That's awful. All right, so we're going to go Giant Skeleton. Hopefully the Fire Spirit doesn't do us dirty at all. We have Berserker and we have Goblin Curse. So we're chill. He probably knows that we're in a good spot here. Alright, so the Evolved Furnace is huge. We're going to go Goblin Curse on this. I don't even know if that's smart. I'm going to send it, though. Probably, like, not giga good. Not terrible. Did use Poison, though. Yeah, I guess the downside is when people play decks like this, it is challenging to get good graveyards. I'm going to get a ton of Fire Spirits from him. He's going to get so many Fire Spirits in my face. That's going to be awful. And I can't kill the Valkyrie. Yeah, that's just a bad matchup. I do think that this deck does struggle against Poison decks. Playing Graveyard versus Graveyard, I think those are the matchups that we're going to lose more often than not. Is if we play against a Graveyard Poison deck. Then that is probably the one matchup that this deck does not want to face. Hopefully it goes in for a bad Graveyard and we get a good opportunity to win the game. But looking kind of mid for us. Not going to lie. So, yeah, I guess I go Giant Skelly here. We're kind of okay, maybe. Yeah, we're in a Graveyard right now. Go Goblin Curse. Definitely after Berserker. Not really killing the Spear Goblins fast enough. We're going to get some Goblins on the tower, but it's not enough. Matchup's really, 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 really bad. Berserker's on the tower at least. We are going to spawn a Fire Spirit to kill that. I think if we Valkyrie counter with like a freaking Zappies, like that might be a play. Like we somehow have enough elixir to Zappies on a Valkyrie. I don't think it's going to happen though. Kind of brutal. Also, he just keeps spawning Fire Spirits, man. Tough. It's rough. Yeah. These are not the ones that we want. These are not the ones we want. Maybe he'll Giga overcommit or something, and then we can print on him a little bit with some value, but I don't think it's happening. Yeah, I don't think it's happening, guys. I think we're just cooked. Especially with the Fire Spirits connecting. If those hit at all, and then the Valk, yeah, man, we're dead. We're dead. Game. GG. So, I do think that the one bad matchup that we lost, I think every game to. Did we lose any other game? All the losses that we had were against Graveyard Poison. Oh, no, we lost there. So I lost against other Graveyard decks. It's kind of funny. All the games I lost were against other Graveyard players. That's hilarious. Yeah, every loss was against another Graveyard player. All right, so we'll probably just win one more game. Take a W. Were you from in Michigan? I actually don't even remember. I was just too young back then. I was a young blood, bro. I don't know. I don't know where my parents were stationed. I think like maybe like Grand Rapids, Michigan. If that's where we were. Not 100%. Not 100p on that, brother, man. Anyway, we're gonna snowball here. I could do some other stuff. Probably should have done that Goblin Curse. It's fine though. Can I swap Bowler for Dark Prince and Giant Graveyard? Probably not at higher levels of gameplay, but I think you can do it at lower levels. I think it works. It's not ideal. Oh, wait, this guy's good. I've played against him before. Yeah, this guy's really good. I've played a bunch of games against him. All right, so we're going to throw down Zappies. I want to see if we can just Giant Skelly into that. I think we're better off Giant Skellion. He also hasn't seen Goblin Curse, but I assume he knows that we have Goblin Curse in the deck. Giant Skellion is able to body block. We can just go for a Furnace. We should win the battle at the bridge from a standpoint of the Giant Skeleton locking onto what we needed to. Oh, dude, if that Giant Skeleton doesn't lock, we're cooked. It has to. It has to. And card needs to walk up a little bit. Nice. That's good. Good enough. We'll take what we can get here. We cycled some evolutions. His evolutions are super scary, though. We don't want more evolution. That is one of the few that we do not like seeing. It is very, very tough to play against. Just Snowball. That's fine. It's a +1 elixir trade, so we'll take that every time. I think I whip out a graveyard and go in the same side as him. Not gonna... I'm just gonna let that go. I'll zap these in the right side as well. We might get one hit if we're lucky. Hey, cool. Nice. We got some damage. I mean, for 2 elixir, I'll take that. It's not a bad cycle. It's not a bad cycle at all. Nice Skelly here. Win that. Oh, Zappy got targeted, but it's fine. Winning the Battle of the Bridge is big, and then he doesn't have Ice Wizard. I mean, is he going to try to go in for Skeleton Army? Like a chance he does that. There's a small chance. Guys, he could cook himself. He really could cook himself. Not the best trade in the world, but, like, honestly, not terrible. Card didn't take the damage, though. Pretty bad, actually. Alright, so we'll have to do this. Maybe we can Furnace as well if we're lucky. I think I got a Zappies here, guys. Lightning! Oh my god, he had that? He had Exodia. Bro was really whipping out Exodia on us like that. Damn. Alright, it's going to retarget on my tower. Does it die, please? Alright, thank god. That was a much better cleanup on the skeleton army than I thought I would get. The lightning is annoying, though. Why does he have that? What's the dog doing? Alright, so I think his Ice Wizard is going to be fine for us. We need to have enough elixir for a Snowball. I'll just go Goblin Curse, I guess. I think this is fine. I think I just need to kill the Skeleton King if we're able to. Don't have enough elixir, really. Just scuffed. A very winnable situation, but this guy's very good at the game, and he's also not giving us not letting us catch a break. I think the Zappies get hit. It'd still be fine for right now. Dude, the lightning was actually really good. That was giga annoying. That's a print for sure for him. I lose. That's unfortunate. Unless we somehow are able to kill the cannon cart and then, like, kill the Skeleton King and not lose the game, then that's I mean, it's brutal. It's a brutal spot to be in. Those are bad minions, though. Those are actually really bad minions. Little bit of a fumble on his end, but not terrible. Guess I can't really cycle that super... Dude, I'm pissed off. This is, like, not it. The lightning was really annoying for our furnaces. He played well. He played well. Obviously, a tough game. I think this is a winnable match for sure. It just didn't go our favor. Didn't go the way we wanted at all. Minions are also really good, too. I think the minions probably deserve a nerf, too. I'd probably nerf minions, Evolve Witch, Graveyard. Probably needs a little bit of a spawn nerf. But, yeah, this is our first game that we have lost to someone that was not playing Graveyard. GG and well played to him. Credit where credit is due. We go next. Favorite Seattle? Washington. I'd say probably like... I don't know. I really like Heidi Lao. I like Din Tai Fung. I like Gukaku. I like AA Sushi. There's a lot of really good restaurants. Most of them are Asian restaurants, though, in Seattle. Why do you sometimes say you're cringe with things that you say in your video? Sometimes the things I say are cringe, man. But, you know, it's fun. It's just saying whatever you feel. Oh, dude. How the hell did that stuff die? The heck? How did the furnace die? Actually crazy that it died. All right, we'll snowball here. I don't think the snowball was, like, super necessary, but I want to kill the Dark Goblin. Watching the football game this weekend? Nah, I don't watch sports ball. I'm not a sports baller. I'm not a sports baller. How do you counter that mortar deck? Well, we're playing against it right now, so hopefully we can win. Main thing is probably not graveyarding too soon. And then snowball plus going in for the Goblin Curse when they go for minions on defense. Goblin Curse plus snowball. This is going to counter that and be a really good trade usually. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to be able to kill the Dark Goblin. That's great. Could have got a goblin too if I clicked the ability, but I'm not gonna. Or sorry, if I was gonna click the curse. We're up a bit. We're actually up quite a bit. We'll take what we get. I wonder how this trade goes. I'm likely just better off just letting that happen and then going Zappies. Zappies are going to full counter unless he drops other stuff. So I don't have to do anything, actually. He just wasted a lot of elixir. He wasted minions there. Any of those minions are bad. Not going to guarantee that they're bad, but I think they were bad. No minions in cycle means I can giant skeleton graveyard. And then if he goes skeletons, I think I just end it. Like, I don't think this is good for him. He let that cross the bridge. He's cooked. Should be cooked. That Dark Goblin's not going to do near enough. He has to Barbarrel too. He spent a lot of elixir. And then he loses a lot of the stuff too. And then maybe the giant skeleton reaches. If it does, we kind of just win. Or if it kills the Dark Goblin, that's great too. Not where we wanted it to be, but fine. Yeah, the Fireball was not it. So, currently in a super good spot. Like, way better now. He's definitely going to do some annoying stuff, like going in... Yeah, Skeleton Barrel there. Just do this. Oh, yeah, we're chill, we're chill, we're chill. We're chill with it. We can also go Furnace and then hopefully kill the Knight really quick and then hit the other stuff and kill the Dark Goblin. The annoying thing about this matchup in particular is just like the cards that he has are just super good. So, like the quality of his cards are good. Specifically the Dark Goblin and then Mortar are just strong cards. Skeleton Barrel too. And Hero Knight is annoying too. Like this deck that he's playing is good. This deck that he's playing is giga good. We're going to hopefully beat it here. This is not an easy matchup. I think we go Furnace other side and then try to just kill the Dark Goblin with our crap and then go in here. This is a really fat fireball for him, so we'll see if he takes it. He kind of has to. Wonder if we can snowball and kill that. Next round and find out, eh? Oh my god, and that almost activated King Tower. Holy hell, that was not great. That was not great for the dubs. Oh, but yeah, the thing about Graveyard, when you do play against people like this, you sometimes just have to play passive. It's not fun. These are not very fun games. It's like Expo Spell Cycle, essentially. Because if I overcommit, I lose. And he knows that. And he's happy about that. Very happy chappy. Hopefully we can get some Furnace Fire Spirits on the tower. Yeah, I think he's cooked. He just got completely outplayed with that Evolved Snowball, so get the dub, you know? GG. That's wraps. Oh, he didn't even touch my tower! Let's go! That's a W, my dudes. That's a W. He didn't even touch my tower. That's crazy work. Let's take a look. This guy, a top 700 player in the world. Really good. Top 600 too. Yeah, top 700. Beat a top 700 player. Did lose against Graveyard here, and then we lost against another, Mortar deck, but I don't know. It was cool beating someone that's really good at the game, so that's always nice. Flawless victory incoming? Yeah, no, we clutched up. We clutched up. I know you test all these decks at top ladder, but how about mid ladder Trophy Road? Yeah, I think that the main thing that would be different is like testing the cards with underleveled stuff. I know for a fact that these decks will work at mid ladder. I know for a fact that these decks will work at lower levels of skill. The synergies are really strong. So if you play the game slightly intelligently, you will have good results there. But if you have underleveled cards, then that's a different story. So underleveled cards, there's certain situations, if you like don't have Graveyard leveled up, the skeletons won't be able to hit, they won't be able to hit and kill the other skeletons because your skeletons will be underleveled. Your skeletons don't one-shot their skeletons, and their skeletons one-shot you, and it's a bad interaction. So it depends on what you're saying. If you're saying like, oh, I want you to like make sure they're mid-ladder proof, they are. I promise every deck that I show a video with will work at lower levels of skill because, top level players, even if you think like, oh, the meta is different, if you play a deck that has a core synergy that's strong, there's a reason why it works, right? There's a reason that the best players in the world use it. You're just not functionally defending the right way or placing your cards in the correct placements, and you can get better from learning that. But if your cards literally don't perform like they're supposed to, I can't test every single deck and let you know based off of like with 100% confidence that the deck will work with lower card levels. Lower card levels is an entirely different beast. It would just take too much time for me to future-proof decks like that. But I can tell you that the decks will work. Hopefully that makes sense, though. Yeah, I just want to keep it 100 with you instead of, like, lying and being like, oh, yeah, every deck will work at lower levels of skill. If you have lower card levels, it won't work in every single situation. Like, I'm pretty sure Graveyard is, like, not good if you have lower card levels. With it, specifically. Or if you can't use Evolved Furnace, I'm pretty sure this deck is not as great. Yeah, the guy literally put goblins in his deck so he doesn't lose to Graveyard. That's crazy. Criminal. And then the Firecracker's going to hit me right in the face. What a fun card. I'll throw Graveyard now because he doesn't have goblins right now, so we'll see. Earthquake comes down. That's fine. We'll Furnace at the bridge because we need to get more damage. Not going great, though. Yeah, I think we just lose, truthfully. I think this game is cooked. I think we are cooked. All right, so we'll do this. Firecracker's out of cycle at least. Maybe we don't have to Graveyard for a bit. Ah, he's back to Firecracker. There's no way I'm winning this one, guys. There's no shot in hell. It's just not meant to be. Unless he's awful at the game, which I don't think he is. I think he's pretty damn good. He's going to continuously Earthquake on me. This is a pretty tough one. I think if we play against someone with Goblins, Earthquake for Goblin Hut, it's not really meant to be a W. Not a very easy... I don't think this matchup's even remotely possible. If we don't get like a super good start. He's just got Earthquake. And then stack Firecrackers that I can't kill. And then log. Yeah, GG. That's not a very fair matchup. But that's also a deck that's designed to counter Graveyard because Graveyard is so freaking popular right now. What is the green poison? The green poison is Goblin Curse. What's your favorite anime? I've been watching a lot of different ones recently. I think my favorite one is still, you know, I like Hunter x Hunter right now a lot. I mean, that was kind of one of my favorite ones I've been watched. Jujutsu Kaisen's cool, but it's like mostly just fights and not really as much plot. I don't know. It depends. I like the fighting animes. I'm watching Hell's Paradise right now too. It's really, I don't know. It's gory as hell, but it is good. All right, let's do this and then go Goblin Curse on this. We might be cheesy. We might be cheesy this way. I don't know. I think it's a bad start. Like, you don't really want to be doing that. I don't really know what else I could have done. I think I have to eat an entire Dark Goblin on the right side. These bait decks are so annoying. Dude's literally got bait in his name, so you know he plays this as his entire heart and soul is in bait. Oh no, dude. I missed it. I goofed. I lose. That's so bad. Yeah, playing against people that only play bait decks when you make mistakes, it's like, no, I don't want to face this fate against bait. Screw this card. AOT is really good too. I don't really watch AOT that much. I actually like stopped watching it like midway through. It wasn't as enjoyable for me for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe it was just the artwork. I think the artwork is good, but it's not like my type of thing. All right, so yeah, I'll just Giant Skelly in the back. I'm not gonna. He's got poison, bro. This is a 100-0 matchup. He literally is playing Graveyard counter with poison. Like he has Dark Goblin poison. That is criminal. That is actually crazy. If I win this, it would be the most insane win ever. This is the hardest matchup that I'll ever get. Damn, dude, that's really lame. I mean, I understand why you do it. It's just kind of lame. It's not even kind of. It's just a straight up lame. If you can't beat a deck that badly and then you just like switch your entire deck to beat it, it's like, ugh. It's an ew for me, bro. Yikes. All right, so we're going to hopefully steal a bunch of goblins, and we'll see if we can kill this Dark Goblin and not lose the game. It's a very scuffed spot to be in, though, guys. Can't lie. Hopefully the Fire Spirit connects to the goblins, though, and also the bush. It does. Huge. If it doesn't get hit, then it's good. We could Graveyard here, too. But he's going to poison. I just lose. Unfathomably unfair. That's crazy. Literally criminal. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have eaten any damage at the start if I had known he was going to play that. Like that. This is like one of those matchups you're literally like not allowed to. Unbelievably. Alright. We'll snowball, knock his stuff into us with the Dark Goblin, hopefully. He'll just die faster to the Zappies. They can't Graveyard him at all. I think we just literally need to get like Furnace rolling and hopefully a better trade. If he poisons, it would just be such a fumble for him. So hopefully he does that. I'm just gonna go Goblin Curse here and then probably Snowball it afterward. Do not want to have to deal with that card. I hate it. Zappies as well. Go for this. Pull it up. I wonder if this is good for us at all. Like, I mean, I think he's just dropping cards into it, so eventually we're going to get things to pop, but kind of rough. Oh my god, dude. So annoying. This is not the fun part of Clash Royale that I enjoy. Do not enjoy playing against people that just spam stuff 24/7, 365, and they get value off of spamming stuff. Like, can we just play a different game, you know, instead of doing that? Can we not play the spam game today, bro? Like, so lame. There's no way to win this one, guys. He has to play really poorly. Alright, we're gonna go Goblin Hut here. Got a poison on my tower for damage. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is what we needed. Alright, we're gonna do that. Think we throw down our graveyard? Goblin Curse, maybe? Why is bro poisoning? Oh my god. I don't know why I still balled. I fumbled that. I don't know, guys. This is just like a confusing game. Not really a fun one for me to play. So we'll go to the next one. We'll play better there. I don't know. I definitely didn't play that well. I think I could have won if I played better. Because he would have had to poison on offense and defense. And it's just like, if I had defended better, if I played perfect. If I played like I did the other games, we would have probably taken the W. If I played against this guy like I did against the mortar player. I'm late to the stream. What changes were done? You can go to the very start of it and then just see. I talk about it in depth. There's like a rewind. All right. Okay. So these games, these ones will be a lot better for us. Deck is just trash? No, this deck's really good, man. I mean, I literally played against someone with Dark Goblin Poison and I messed up. You got to play perfect in those types of matchups, man. Like, I feel like that's super unfair for you to say the deck is trash. Or just like, I don't know. I guess an uneducated opinion. If you don't know and then you just say something like that, it's just like, I don't know, bro. Gotta not say stuff like that. Golden Knight ability is going to come down, right? Yeah. Annoying. Zappy's are going to get value here on the other side. We're going to get a little bit of damage. On Berserker last second. Doesn't get a Golden Knight dash. I don't want a graveyard because we're playing against someone that has stuff that's annoying. You know, we don't want to fumble. We don't want to fumble here. All right. We go Furnace and then we'll Graveyard probably. AOT is really good too. AOT is pretty damn good. It's just not my favorite anime. You're gonna go on a crazy win streak? Yeah. Alright, we'll go send Zappies and we'll Graveyard directly on top of the Elixir Collector. We're in a good spot. We can also go Goblin Curse too because we get Skeletons. We get Skeletons to turn into Goblins. And we damage more with the Elixir Collector more. I don't even know if that's worth it. I don't know, dude. It's a weird game. It's a weird game with Battle Ram. Oh, he's got Royal Ghost. Yeah, this is not great. He's just going to spam all this stuff. I wonder if the Evo Furnace were able to defend this. Evo clutch up. Please. Please. Alright. Well, we have 200 HP on our tower. We're literally not allowed to take any more damage. Yeah, I do think that Graveyard's pretty damn good, but also at the same time, a lot of people are used to playing against it, apparently. Holy hell. Alright, we're in a giant skeleton here. Golden Knight can't hit. I don't know. I feel like the Zappies might not have been like the play. Spent a lot of elixir there. I got a graveyard here with the giant skelly and hope it does something. And the 3 Musketeers, dude. I don't have a big spell for that. It's a really, really bad matchup. When they have Elixir Collector and 3 Musketeers and you do not have a big spell, literally awful. Like, actually horrendous. This is not a fair matchup. Yeah, we got countered 2 games in a row. I think this one I should have played better, but also at the same time, this is a fat hard counter, bro. This is a fat hard counter. This is a criminal level of hard countering. It is actually beyond dirty that you would get a 3 Musketeer deck with the Elixir Collector after we played against a poison deck. Like, come on now. Like, come on now, game. Come on now, game. Let's not have a Dark Goblin poison deck and 3 Musketeers. All right, we'll go Goblin Hut here. Yeah, he's gonna Zap Cycle me. I just lose. Literally no way to win at this point, guys. We tried our hardest. We tried our damnedest. It's not gonna happen. Okay. Hopefully next game we match into someone that doesn't have 17 different answers graveyard. But I do think that because everyone is playing graveyard, maybe the meta is going to shift to countering it a little bit more. It does make sense. If you are playing in a graveyard every game, you'll probably put in cards that counter it. It is what it is. This is winnable, LOL. Yeah, you're just trying to rage beat me. Struggling to get 11,500. You can definitely get it, man. Let's go, let's go. All right. Let's go, guys. We go next. We go next. Go Goblin Height here, and then probably go Berserker. I would like to maybe just like set ourselves in a spot where we could go Graveyard, but gonna be tough for us to do anything right now. Also, yeah, I'm gonna dial in these games, guys. I'm gonna dial in these games. Giant Skelly in the back, and then I'll go Goblin Curse. Do you remember my username at all? No, I don't. I don't know. I do not remember your username, bro. I do not remember your username, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that, sir. I mean, Hero Wizard? Yeah, Hero Wizard is one of the worst cards in the game. It's actually awful. It's so bad. It does work with Elixir Collector, but that's about it. It does work with Elixir Collector. All right, so we're going to knock away the Hunter. That's pretty damn good. We're chilling. We're chilling. All right. I'd like to just go for graveyards and then get better trades. Ideally, if we can get graveyards at the right point, we might be able to win the game. I'm going to Furnace on the other side. This is a cannon from our plus. That's weird. It's interesting. Yeah, no, this deck's really good. No, this deck is really, really good. I mean, yeah, it's a good deck, man. Sometimes you just don't get good matchups. Sometimes you get finesse. Sometimes matchups just don't go your favor. Sometimes you play poorly. That's just kind of Clash Royale, you know? You can win a whole bunch of games. Like, if I pushed from, like, lower Ultimate Champion all the way to Ultimate Champion, I'd win every game, you know? If I was not Ultimate Champion, I'd literally beat every single person with this deck. Kind of how it is. I guess I lost against Graveyards. You know? It sometimes happens that way, bro. Sometimes you do play against a Poison Dark Goblin deck, and then you play against a, what was the other one? Three Musketeers Elixir Collector? Doesn't really matter. Maybe Skeletons instead of Berserker. I mean, I wouldn't change decks that are played by top 200 players. You could try to, but it's just a bad decision. If someone's really good at the game, and you're not at their level, probably better to not switch things. Like, if I went to a mechanic and I was like, hey, is there any other way of, you know, changing the car? Probably doesn't really work, you know? As much as you'd want it to work, it doesn't work that way. It don't be that way sometimes. A lot of times people do make changes that are just going to make the deck worse. I've seen that too often. Anyway, this guy's going to fireball our tower, so he's dead. We win. Let's go, let's go. We got it. GG, well played and peace out. Nah, we're not going to say that to them there. We'll just say GG. We'll go to the next one. We go next. We go next. Oh my gosh, we got a whole bunch of donos. I didn't even see that. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, man. Or, well, it just popped up, I guess. Keegan Paulding says, hope you're having a good day. Always happy to catch a stream. Thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Love you, brother. The vibes here are immaculate today from the community. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. Crazy work. It's been a good stream so far. It's been a good day. Do you ever watch Evan Jellian? I've never seen that. I don't know what that is. I heard it's an anime. You go get to your mom now. She's kind of like resting a little bit. She said that she wanted a bit of a break because she had a long travel. So she didn't want to, yeah, she didn't want to, you know, she didn't want to chill right now. She wants a little bit of a rest. She wants like 1 or 2 hours. I might record some videos too. We'll see. But yeah, it is very important for me to spend a lot of time with her. I'm going to go for a giant Skelly. And then this guy's running probably like Elixir Golem or more likely Golem. More likely a Golem deck. If I had to guess, it's going to be Golem. Has to be a Golem deck. Not that much else in the situation that we could be playing against. Yeah, I mean, he's spending a lot of Elixir. He spent a crap ton of Elixir. And in these situations where that happens, I kind of want to activate King Tower. Probably better off not doing that, though. I'm just going to chill. I don't know what else this guy's got up his sticky sleeves. I don't know what else he's going to try to do to us today. We'll go on the right side. I think it's a little bit better to not give him counter push in the lane that he's done all of his damage. We'd also go graveyard. If we really want to. Yeah, I'm just going to go giant skelly here, and then I'm going to consider graveyarding. I'm going to do it. I mean, most of the time, these decks that these people play just aren't that good against graveyard. Like, the Electrus Dragon is not going to be able to hit everything he wants. It's still going to target the giant skelly instead. Would love to kill the Battle Healer, and the Electro Dragon would be super sick if we could kill that. Not that big of a deal. So after the third one, second one, doesn't matter. Third one. Meteor activation. So then we keep the Berserker as healthy as possible. Matchup kind of sucks. We don't have anything for Elixir Collector. So we'll see if we can win. It's probably going to be an uphill battle, though. Nice. All right, so this is good. I mean, he's just going to let this tower go on the right side. I don't think there's a shot that he tries to defend this. We definitely want to go Zappies and use Goblin Hut. And then maybe go for the 3 crown, potentially. Yeah, I think I need to. Yeah, I think I go for the 3 crown. Yeah, I think we have to. If we're going to win this game, that's the only way that I think we take the W. I don't think this guy's even playing intelligently. He's just kind of letting it happen. He's just, I don't know. Typical golden players, man. Typical golden players. We go next. We go next. I feel like the issue isn't much splash in this version, so like Hogs and 3M is tough. Well, I mean, you can't really win against 3 Musketeers when they have Elixir Collector because you can't really kill 3 Musketeers. And you can't really kill Elixir Collector with no big spell. It's tough. I mean, you can if you just play against someone that only has 3 Musketeers and Royal Hogs. You just drop your units in the lane of the 1 Musketeer, and then you counter the 2 as they cross the bridge. But it's not really like a matchup that you're hoping to have happen either. You'd want to have poison instead so that you could kill the Musketeers or the Elixir Collector. But yeah, last game, I can't believe I won that. I don't know what the guy was doing. I don't know why he kind of just let everything happen. He just sat there and let me scramble him with Graveyard Skellies. All right, we're going to Berserker. Hopefully we're able to protect our Furnace. Yeah, this is huge. I might have won. I might have outplayed him a little bit. Yeah, we definitely outplayed him. Let's go. And we get goblins in his face too. Beautiful. Let's go. And we get the Furnace still alive. I can snowball if I really wanted to, but yeah, I think I just outplayed him. Let's go. The winning bridge battles is huge. Giant Skeleton is way better than it was before. So is it a loss if someone has poison in his deck? I think poison graveyard generally wins against this. I think poison kind of counters graveyard a little bit. I mean, if you get Evolved Furnace, then it's fine. But I think if you're playing against some like weird warped version of a deck that has other graveyard answers plus poison, you'll probably lose. So like for instance, if someone has a bait deck and they just have Dark Goblin, kind of tough to deal with. You have to like snowball and Goblin Curse. But if they have poison and Dark Goblin, you're kind of cooked. It's not that winnable then. I snowballed there to keep the Furnace alive, but you kept it alive anyway, so I don't really care that much. Rather not overspend Elixir for no reason. Oh, I should have knocked the Knight back so then the Giant Skeleton walked up and got damage on the tower with the bomb. That would have been huge. I goofed a little bit. It's fine, though. I still have Goblin Curse and Berserker, so I can curse the graveyard. And then counter the graveyard with that and get goblins. And then Berserker on whatever units he drops at the bridge. Like, this is huge. This is massive. So the Berserker tanks. Zappies kill the baby dragon. And then we get goblins counter pushing. And then we graveyard to the other side. And he's probably cooked. I don't think he defends this because he has the Barbaro, right? There's too much crap. So I played that one pretty much perfectly. You guys, the deck's not bad. You know, you just got a little string of bad matchups. And we lost a few games. But hey, if I play against a poison player and I'm playing better than them, I'll take the W. If I play against someone that's got Golem, it's pretty easy to defend. You can always say a deck is bad if you get a string of bad matchups. And maybe I didn't play well in those games too. But yeah, you know, it's just part of the game. It really is. You're not going to play perfect. You're not going to win every game you play too. It just isn't that way. That's not Clash Royale. That is not the game that we play. I was going to say that's not the game that we love, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't love this game. You know, a lot of times I just I see a lot of hate for it. So, but yeah, that's part of the game that we play. Furnace wins that interaction pretty hard. I'm going to Giant Skeleton here. Save our Berserker for the Barbaro on our Furnace. Because he kind of has to. I'm going to Graveyard. Giant Skeleton is going to cross the bridge. So then the tank is going to happen for us. We'll go Goblin Curse and Snowball. Just for some extra damage. I don't really care. I just want some skeleton hits here or there. Nice. We take the dub. Light work. Light work. Hell yeah. This deck also struggles against Giant Graveyard. Yeah, it does, because they can arrows and do stuff like that. But anyway, we went on a string of wins and a string of losses, so it's just part of the game, you know? Overall, we won a lot more games than we lost with this. Like, won a lot more than we lost. And yeah, I mean, I think the deck's pretty damn good. You guys can let me know what you think. Let me know what you're struggling with, what you're doing well against. For all intents and purposes, if you play against another beatdown player, you should probably win. If you play against people that have Graveyard Poison, it will likely be a little bit more challenging. But yeah, I really like the deck, and can't lie, I hope you guys like it too. Thank you for everyone that's here. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like on it. It lets me helps me grow the channel and lets me do better. And also, if you guys want to support the channel in a different way, the best way of doing that is, I mean, there's a lot of videos that a lot of people haven't seen. Check out my Rune Giant video yesterday. Dude, this video was hilarious. So check that out in the pinned comment, or just type in SirTag Rune Giant. That video was a banger. Or if you want to see me play Hero Wizard, that will also be in the pinned comment. So Hero Wizard, the best Hero Wizard deck will be in the pinned comment. The best Rune Giant deck in the game. I'm trying to have fun with it. You guys can see I can play really high tier decks. I can do a deck that got a 46 win streak. I can play the 5 best decks in the game. I can play broken, brainless decks. But for me, I want to be able to create videos and content on decks that I just think are fun, that are unique, that no one else plays. So obviously this got a lot less views, but I think the content was top tier. Obviously the editing was good. The games were great. And I did beat the best players in the world with Rune Giant. That was not clickbait. Literally played against top 20 players in the world. Played against the best of the best. So check that out if you want. Yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. And seriously, it means the world that you guys are supporting me, watching the vids. And there will always be a piece of content, whether it's a live stream or a video, every single day. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. And yeah, I'm going to go spend time with my mom. I haven't seen her in a bit. So